Yeah, me too.
It says that I'm still running.
Well, you ain't.
Oh,
Nope,
wait,
now
come
you
back.
are. Hey, you're back.
Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm back again. I'm over there.
And I missed. Fully did not write it down because I'm.
That's all right. I can give you
a
the basic
dumbass.
gist.
Yes,
Because
please.
this is something the full party heard, but they didn't really have the additional information you know. You were told to stop looking, to stop trying to find her. That you, essentially you were very deterred from continuing your current actions by the voice that you heard when you were trying to get whatever was in that tree. And when you were trying to do so, essentially, you were, you felt that the answer to all your questions was under that tree. And you have a lot of questions, don't you?
Uh-huh. Even more now.
Yeah. You got a good old bump on the noggin. I think everyone else came away mostly unscathed. Excuse me.
Val and I got in a fight because I used the spider on her, so I'm gonna have to deal with that.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That's on you.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's
Spider on-
upset because I kept you all alive.
No, you manipulated people without.
I
For
did
their
write
better
down-
well-being.
In your opinion.
Yeah, I just have Billy pissed at Alice.
Thank you.
Excuse
I know I
me
was
for
pissed at you in
saving
some game.
your lives.
You may have saved our lives in the short term, but you introduced a terrible, terrible evil onto us that may shorten them.
There's already a terrible evil bearing down on us.
What? Death?
The
Maybe.
things we fight, we'll talk about this later.
Spider is also one of those evil things.
We will talk about this later.
So, after you had this issue with the tree, you did decide, I believe, to head back with the bottle you recovered from underneath it to take that back to the Institute. Because you didn't want to bring it around with you when you were doing other shit, which, you know, probably fair. You did have a feeling it had something to do with the weird possession that occurred. And it was looking mighty tasty. So is there anywhere you want to stop on the way to the Institute, or would you like to go to your little society?
No. Alice is just going.
Yeah.
Not Alice.
Who
Nicola.
wants to eat tonight?
As long as Billy gets a nap, she's good.
Why did the music stop?
Because we're moving ambiances. Oh, also, Pixie cut out for a good 5 seconds.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm-
looks like Autumn got to eat. Oh, ew.
Oh, did I miss a? Oh man.
You did. You did.
Dream Boo. Yes, alright. So, you, how do you get back to the Institute? Do you just drive? I know you guys had walked to the park, but you had your cars kind of nearby.
Yeah, Billy's truck would have been there. So if she was, I think she was in a state to drive. She'd drive
she's
herself.
just a little beat up.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you head to the society, and you once again enter the mail building. You walk down the hall, you get to the elevator, and you press the button. Elevator doesn't come
Elevator's
up.
taking longer than usual.
There's stairs in this shithole.
Gonna press the button again.
Are there stairs?
You don't know. You haven't gone looking.
I feel like taking the stairs would not be a great idea.
There has to be stairs. It's fire code, right?
Fire code exists.
I don't want to go down the stairs in these shoes.
Is there any indication that the elevator knows we're there? Like the light going on or anything?
Great question. You look up and you do see that usually there would be like a little like one of those kind of like the old style countdown clocks where like the numbers like flip over. It's doing that, but in no order that makes sense.
Oh my god, it's stuck on floor 69.
I was told to never go there.
Wise.
See 74, 5, 11, 15, 2, 69, 113,
Big fucking building.
7,
This is an old fashioned.
2, 1, 2, left, left,
You know,
Pop
you,
up.
you know,
Tap the button a couple more times.
yeah. You know, I think I'd be fine with the stairs. You know,
No. You
Ugh.
wanted the elevator. We're waiting for the elevator now.
Oh.
I'm sure it'll be right here any moment.
Does it
Ugh.
look like it's been like tampered with at all?
you would have to check. Would you like to do some investigation?
That is my game.
You get that big old boat.
Oh my god, she's getting her book out.
Oh my
My
god.
book out live on stream.
Live on stream, dude?
Oh my god, it's massive.
Look at my
Careful
massive
observation. I've got trained, missing detail, trained. Any non-combat tasks, trained.
book. Alrighty, so I would say that this would usually be a 15, but you are trained, so that would bring it down to a 12 for you.
That's a 3.
This elevator looks perfectly normal.
I don't know
It's-
what's wrong here.
Is this one of those old timey elevators where with a crowbar, like they could pop open the doors?
Sure is.
Hey, do you think Billy would have one in her truck that she could go get?
Yeah, I'd say that's reasonable.
Hey, Billy's gonna go get a crowbar and try to prop open these doors.
I'm gonna step back while she does this.
So was Nicola.
I was never right up to it to begin with. I don't trust this.
75. 13. 13. 13. Left. Left.
What in the fucking hellish bop it is this? Like, what?
I'm
Alright.
assuming left is lobby.
Billy, you come back, you have your crowbar. Do you just jimmy right on in there?
Yeah, do I need to roll anything or?
I'm gonna say no. I believe it's within your strength and capabilities to open an old-timey elevator door with a crowbar. I don't feel like that really takes much of your strength, considering you're a big burly gal.
She's also specialized in like technical and electronics.
Yeah,
so
like tools and electronics and like you know your shit.
yeah.
So you get in there, you wedge it in, you do a little lever motion, and the door pops open. You only see blackness. Do you do anything else?
Back away.
Can I point my flashlight towards it?
Yeah.
Is it still just black?
The flashlight light is swallowed up by the darkness.
I love when people cast darkness in front of me.
Getting the feeling.
17, 13, 2. Right. Right.
Oh, we're all right now.
Billy's gonna poke around the lobby.
Alright. Well, are you looking for anything in particular?
a staircase, a map, an emergency call button, a way out. Take your
So,
pick.
As you kind of look around, you will realize it's really late. Most of the staff has gone home. There doesn't really seem to be anybody here. The doors, remain open to your access, like you do have access to the building after hours. However, there's not too much to go on. There is a map on the wall, one of those like little "you are here's," and you see that in the main lobby area, there isn't a hallway that leads to that elevator that you've been going to this entire time. At least per the map.
But the hallway's there.
Seems like it. You've been in it, haven't you? 11. 3.
I'm getting lost flashbacks. Like we should be writing down these numbers.
Yeah.
Like, thank you, Karma. Thank you. Let's go.
Note taker.
As far as I can
taker.
tell, currently they don't correspond to letters. Because when I put them together, they don't spell anything.
I mean, for my money, it seems like it doesn't want us to come back yet.
Maybe we just leave the bottle here and go home and a little nightcap and come back in the morning.
I don't know if we should leave it here where anything can take it.
Agreed.
Building locks.
That doesn't mean anything.
So who wants to carry it?
How about we look for stairs?
We don't know what floor it's on.
I could never tell if the elevator was going up or down. I think it was down, but it could have been up.
I thought it was going left to right, like a trolley.
Diagonal.
Like nothing I've ever felt before. Exactly.
Does anyone have their phone number?
I don't
This
think
is it.
people had phone numbers back then.
People had phones. They had hotel
phones.
lobbies, and
They probably didn't have phone numbers though.
No, you had to call an operator.
we can call the
operator.
operator, see if
Send
they
me
can
to this
connect
person.
us.
What's the name of the person that's usually in the elevator to greet us?
Yeah, the good teeth lady.
Oh no, that's
Frankie.
the lady at the thing.
No, yeah, that's the other lady, but Frankie is the elevator girl. Ethel is the old lady.
The teeth.
I can't decide if it'd be in character for Billy to just kind of go, Frankie? I don't know.
That
Calling
sounds
into
yeah.
the shaft, or are you into the shaft, or are you at the map still?
Probably into the shaft.
Okay.
Because I tell you what, I'm gonna reason that maybe it's malfunctioning and Frankie got off the elevator and she's down the shaft listening for, see if there's malfunctions. That makes sense.
Okay. So, are you kind of looking in and calling down, or are you, just at the door?
Just at the door. No, I'm not fucking around with anything supernatural more tonight.
All right. So you call Frankie, and you hear Frankie, Hank, and then oh hi.
Can we get a ride?
Just a sec.
I.
And you notice that Frankie's words never echo, but yours do.
Oh my god, Frankie is the elevator.
I'm writing down notes for Karma. Karma had to leave real quick. And just for Frankie, I wrote, "Oh no, no echo."
Down, up, left, right. 2, 1,
Oh,
Oh, didn't expect you back tonight.
Were you having some downtime?
Oh yeah, they don't have me working all night usually, but I have to be on call.
seemed like your elevator was malfunctioning there.
What? No, it doesn't malfunction. Come on in. Take you right over.
Okay.
Did you all get on the elevator?
Sorry, Val typed a funny. Yeah, I guess Billy would hesitantly get on the elevator.
I'd like to investigate. Alice puts her hands out in front of Billy. Like,
No.
Is something wrong?
no. We've just had one of those nights.
The kind of nights that you wish I had signed that teeth contract.
Yeah, exactly. They're all so nice, aren't they? And we went up to a tree that most definitely wasn't a tree anymore, and just want to make sure that we'll be all right.
Well, this elevator is always an elevator.
Well, that is very absolutely wonderful to hear. Wasn't even a question I had. Also,
It seemed like you were questioning what was real.
yes, I wasn't questioning how wonderful you and the elevator are, though, in any reality. And Alice gives her a little smile. But just questioning my own reception of reality.
Do you want to talk amongst yourselves? I can skedaddle away and come on back.
No. This is pretty par for the course. Just you responding this way.
Privacy? The doors start closing.
No. She puts her hand in the door.
Open back up.
And her very well manicured hand has still got dirt under it from earlier. No, we're good. Oh, Frankie, I don't want to take the stairs. I'll just risk it,
Oh, yeah, you definitely don't want to take the stairs here.
Garrett steps in the elevator.
Yeah, Billy's tired. She's also just gonna step in the
Also,
elevator.
Karma, to give you an update on what you missed, so Andy yelled into the void, and Andy's voice echoed. Frankie responded. Frankie's voice did not echo. Just a clear bell of a voice ringing through. So.
Weird at all.
And then she showed up.
Also, Val made a good joke. She was having downtime and right time and diagonal time. That was a good it's a good joke, honey. Yeah.
So everybody gets on the elevator.
Yeah, Alice gets in.
Alrighty. So, as you all gather into the elevator, it feels actually really light and airy in here. Like, actually incredibly comfortable.
Has she been dumping out all the bodies throughout the night, just like refreshing everything?
She's gotta keep it clean.
Just keeping it tight. I respect it.
Yeah, it's like classic, workout after work thing. So, it feels like really kind of nice in here, actually. The doors start to close, and as they do, you ever so briefly witness a slight curl of the darkness that had been in the shaft, like around the edge. And Frankie's like, and it goes, and sloops back out, like just kind of like she waves it away and it goes away. Or, maybe she was just moving a fly, who's to say? Alrighty, let's get you folks down there. And Frankie hits some buttons. You you notice it's a completely different order of buttons than the order you've seen previously. And if you think about it longer, it's always a different order of numbers every single time. And then suddenly, you feel that feeling in your stomach of the elevator moving rapidly. You feel it in your chest, you feel it in your head, you feel it in your... Oh! You're here. Door opens. Have a nice night. Will you be going up again?
In a bit. We just have some stuff to drop off.
I won't go too far then. I want to
Frankie,
make sure I'm here when you need me.
Frankie, whatever they are paying you, it is not enough, girl. It is not enough.
Oh, but I love my work.
Still, get more money out of it, girl.
Thank you, Frankie.
Thanks, Frankie.
You're my favorites.
Oh, she's like an eldritch Miss Frizzle, like her, but instead of a bus, it's like an elevator.
Oh.
Sometimes even shrinks, and you go inside the body.
No.
Instead of the body going.
We don't need the body button. We don't need it. Thank you. All right, let's go.
Stop trying to misfrizzle me. It's my night off.
So the elevator doors close with a soft ding. Do you observe the elevator, or do you head towards your destination?
After that conversation, I want to see if there's an esophagus tag that pops up.
So at first nothing happens. Like the door closes and it seems like the elevator stays there. And it stays there. But I would like you to roll like an investigation, a perception, to perceive, or perhaps you could roll an occult if you are skilled in that.
I shall perceive. What do I need to roll to perceive?
Would that be intellect?
Yeah.
So, if you are rolling to perceive what is perceivable by standard methods, you'd be looking for an 18 without training, a 15 with training. If you're looking for the occult, it would be a 12 without training and a 9 with training.
Well, I rolled a 19 and I'm trained.
Okay, and that was for perceiving?
Perceiving.
Okay, and did anyone else roll?
I rolled a 7.
All right, so I'm gonna hit you first on him, in the face with a fist, and then with some information.
That's yeah, get my good side.
So Garrett, as you're standing there, you know something's weird about this elevator. Like, it's really obvious. Like, you know this is a weird occult thing. Like, you knew something was off about this elevator, I can say that word, about this elevator before, but there was never a point at which it so viscerally grabbed you as this is otherworldly, up until this interaction. And you kind of try to hone in on it. And as you do, instead of learning anything, instead of being able to get a feeling of what you're feeling, instead, that same abyss that was in the shaft takes up place in your head. There's just darkness, and it's cold, and you've never felt so alone than in that moment. And then the elevator dings again, and the door opens one more time.
Sorry, you told the orphan who lost his parents that he's never felt more alone.
Yeah, that's how alone he felt.
That's how bad it is.
Yikes.
But then the door opens again. And you see Frankie's hand reach out and touch you on the cheek. And then you open your eyes, and you're just staring at the elevator, and Frankie's not there, and there's no one in it, and there's just nothing.
Did you just have a one night stand with Frankie? Did you just get in that void? Hey yo!
Wiggle your eyebrows at us.
So, Nicola, you notice that the numbers up top, they did just stay static for a moment, still on floor 1, as if it wasn't moving. And then, suddenly, as Garrett kind of went stock still, very, very, kind of empty almost, the one blinked out, like flipped away, and instead, it was just nothing. There was no numbers at all. And then, the elevator started going diagonal and away. And Garrett came back. He jolted suddenly, and you kind of see that out of the corner of your eyes. You're studying the elevator.
Okay. Garrett, what just happened to you?
I think we should take the stairs.
I don't think we should take the stairs. We don't know where the stairs will take us.
I had this weird feeling Frankie could take us anywhere. She could probably take us home if she wanted. I don't know why, I just have this weird feeling. I don't think she's bad. I just think she's different.
I mean, she hasn't hurt us yet.
I have a distinct feeling that if she wanted to, she wouldn't have to do it twice.
What are the people called? The people that the entities take control of.
Avatars.
Avatars.
Ah, yes, the avatars. Oh, their style is something.
Oh, I was just writing that down in my notes. It says Frankie Avatar, question mark.
Oh, 100% the Simon Fairchild, you know.
I was
Mhm.
thinking more Helen Richardson with the doors.
Oh, yeah, the doors.
Well, I don't love what just happened here. Are we inside the society now?
You are! You're in that hallway. You see the little atrium area. And all the way you past that, you see the open doors and the desk where Ethel usually sits.
Is Ethel there?
Doesn't look like it right now, but she does have a little bell on her desk.
I will walk up and I will ding the bell.
You ding the bell, a little ding. And as you do, a phone rings. It's the phone on Ethel's desk.
She's gonna pick it up.
You pick it up. Oh, hi there!
Hi.
Are you back?
Yeah, noticed you're not here.
It's pretty late, isn't it? What are you kids doing out still?
Well, got a weird bottle, didn't want to take it home. Figured we should bring it here.
That's smart thinking. It's always better to bring it to the society than risk your own selves. Okay, give me just a minute.
Just gonna hang up the phone.
While we wait on Ethel, Alice is gonna be like, so you're telling me Frankie could have just picked us up from home this whole time? If we just asked?
Look, I have no proof of that. It's just a weird feeling I have.
But if
You'd
we
probably
ask
have
her...
to ask.
I don't know about you, but that'd be the bee's knees if I could just have a ride like that.
I mean, there's certainly advantages to it, but then again, she'd also be in your home.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
want any of these
forever.
people in my house.
Oh, I'm certain they all already have files on all of us and know
Or-
how to get in.
I could be completely wrong, and that weird feeling I have is just, I don't know.
I think there's a very stark difference between them knowing how to get in and us inviting them in.
Well, we could just have them, teleport us to the street.
Is that vampire rules? Do we think Frankie's a vampire?
No, no, no. Don't be silly. Vampires aren't real.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
The elevator
How's your
ding's
coin?
How is my coin?
Oh, the elevator's opening. Oh.
Are you looking at your coin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice coin you got there.
Oh, hi, Ethel.
She's right behind you.
Ah,
Oh, lady jump scare. I got an
I
old
love
lady
Ethel.
jump scare.
Gertrude would be so proud.
I didn't sense her approach at all, did I? Like,
No. Although now that you're real close to her, you can roll to investigate her if you like. This is probably the closest you've been. There's always been a desk between you and her.
She looks down and she has tentacles for legs.
why not? That didn't go bad the last time.
It sounds like a
you
horrible
rolling?
idea.
Are you rolling a cult again?
Sure, let's call it a cult. Yeah.
All right, this would be an 18 if you're untrained to 15 if you're trained.
How's an 8?
Well, that sure is a nice old lady.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. It's a nice coin. You know what, Ethel? You're nice too. You're really quiet. You gotta teach me how you do that.
Oh, well, you just have to walk. When you walk, you make sure that you kind of roll your feet on the ground. And she's like doing this with her hands. Just kind of show you. As she does that, though, her hand kind of cramps up for a second, and then she... My arthritis gets to me at night sometimes. And then she kind of toddles past you, heading towards her desk. Follow me.
Yeah, the old human suit gets real stiff at night. You gotta air it out. Oh,
Garrett
I
trying
mean,
to
your
roll his
joints
feet.
can freeze up like that if you have arthritis.
If I roll my feet, do I make no noise?
You are quieter.
Oh, god damn
Yeah.
it.
Essentially what you're doing is you are placing your heel down and slowly bringing the rest of your foot down. And then when you lift, you are doing the same thing and just over and over again, slowly. Basically making sure that there is not there's never only one part of your foot in contact with the ground up until you are lifting it. Or when you are first placing it. That way there's no loud sound. It's more of a very, very soft impact.
It's also how you march.
Mhm.
It's called roll stepping.
Don't do it on gravel, though. It won't make a difference on gravel.
Yes, you are roll stepping. For those who know.
As a band kid, roll stepping.
Bevan does it all the time, and he's very quiet despite his size. So,
I still roll step to this day.
I constantly scare Val with how quiet I am. Which is funny because I'm a loud person, so.
So, do you follow Ethel to her desk?
I mean, I'm already over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Alright,
Bill.
Everybody who wasn't already at the desk. Yeah. Nicola, as you hear the discussion that happened behind you, so you do know that Ethel is on her way. Would you like to investigate her at all?
Sure.
All right. This would be we would say a 15 if you're untrained, a 12 if you're trained.
Well, I got a 17.
Nice. So, the one thing you notice that you really haven't noticed before, because there's always been a desk between you and Ethel, and this is kind of her like walking past you to get behind the desk. You notice that underneath her blouse sleeve, you can see what looks to be a long scar down her arm. And when you see that first one, you kind of give a closer look, and you see that there's another scar on the other side, on the other arm in a different place.
Sounds like she got the bone package.
Mm-hmm.
She sits down, adjusts herself, has one of those, like, pressing down the outfit, crimping the hair a little, the, like, gray old lady curls, like the like, kind of almost blue, hair. And then, she pulls out, the file she had, had a dog hair in my mouth somehow. She pulls out, one of the files, and you recognize the number as the case that you're working on now. Now, would it be safe to assume that the item you have relates to your case?
Yes.
Yes, very yes.
But also,
Yeah.
more than just that one?
Oh? Are we connecting dots?
Oh, yes. It at least refers to... Where is it? Let's see. 9250115.
Okay,
And
she's writing this down.
let's see. My other two that it most likely relates to is 924031
Writing
and
down.
924031.
She writes all those down. Now, she only has the one that, she knew you were working on, but she says, I'll make sure that when we get whatever you have filed, that will note all the case numbers you've listed. And of course, we will have to double verify. But Mr. Mendelssohn's going to be so pleased that you're just really diving in here.
Billy would put the bottle on her desk and go, is there a way to look up cases by names?
Oh, well, what's the name you have?
Astrid Ellison?
Oh, give me just a moment. She stands up, walks backwards, like turns around, and goes through a door behind her that you haven't seen her go into before. Do you do anything while she's gone?
Listen to the music playing from Frankie's tunnel. Ayo.
While we wait, Alice is gonna kind of look at Billy and be like, Astrid?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, if I had more info, I'm pretty well connected. If you want any information.
So, telling Alice not to worry about something is not going to help your case.
I just want to see what the society has first. And then the closer we get, the more I'll know what to tell you to look for.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. We're all in this together,
Yeah.
Ethel enters the room from behind you. She's carrying a stack of case files. She puts them down. So these are all the ones that I found that name in.
Billy, pick them up. And just like, act, like, if she can, she's taking them with her. She's like, I'm gonna go read all of these.
So I don't recommend taking them from the building.
Fine. So Billy's gonna I'm sure there's chairs in the lobby or whatever. She's gonna go settle in one and try to start picking her way through.
All
There's
right.
also the meeting room.
I figure that's probably like closed off, and Billy doesn't. She doesn't trust them not to leave without her.
We would not.
I mean, she's known you guys for like what, 2 weeks?
That's true. That's true. Her trust issues.
That could be from her player, but I digress.
So, Billy, we will come back to you and your stack of case files.
You're good.
Um,
I kind of sprung that on you as
Oh.
the GM, so
no,
you're good.
that is okay. I'm glad you asked. Once Ethel is done like passing off those case files, she kind of leans on the edge of the desk, kind of like popping a hip up a little, like sassily. She picks up the bottle and is, turning it. Oh, look at that now. She's like kind of making the liquid move. Oh, this is a strong one, isn't it?
Yeah, that thing's a real asshole. I'll tell you right now.
There's a symbol that is on the label. It was different from the rest of them.
Oh, she kind of takes her glasses and like brings them down her nose and like puts the bottle further away. Gonna have to get something done about my eyes soon. Oh yeah, I see it right there. That. Yep. You're gonna want to talk to Mr. Mendelsohn about that one.
Is he in the building or is it too late?
Oh, you never know with Dick. Sometimes he just springs up when you don't expect him to. Let me go check for you. And she sets the bottle down and heads towards Mr. Mendelssohn's office.
I've forgotten about Dick Mendelsohn.
Thin Dick Mendelssohn.
Thin Dick Mendelsohn.
Oh.
No.
You just never know when Dick is gonna spring up, do you?
Nope. It's a real surprise.
Especially old thin Dick.
Yep.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh.
As soon as like Ethel's kind of like out of sight, you all notice that there's a sound coming from the lobby where Billy went.
Nico's going to go check.
I'll go too.
What about the rest of you? Are you going to follow, or are you going to stay and wait for Ethel?
I think someone should wait for Ethel.
I'll wait for it.
Val, are you also gonna wait for Ethel, or are you gonna come with us to follow the sound?
I'm going with you.
So we're leaving Garrett alone.
Is there
fine.
anything valuable in the room?
Not anymore.
Oh.
There were those multiple lamps.
Just robbing old thin Dick Mendelsohn. I can't believe it.
It's gonna be thinner once I'm done.
No.
Spindle Mendelsohn.
All right. So, Nicola, Alice, and Mel, you turn around and head into the lobby. And what you see is a little bit confusing at first. I would like all of you to roll, this is, I'm trying to think of like what kind of check this would be. Kind of like a stress check, essentially, like if you're able to like fully comprehend what you're seeing. This is going to be an 18, we'll say, unless you are like trained in like mental resilience or in stress, or I'd even say the occult. You could bring that down to a 15.
I mean, I'm trained in any non-combat tasks.
Okay, you would be trained this, so that'd be a 15 for you.
I did not get it. That's a 6.
19!
Okay. Mel?
I didn't get it.
Okay. So I'm going to describe what Mel and Nicola see first, and then I will describe what our dear Alice sees.
Oh,
Mel and Nicola, the very first thing you see is just Billy. Billy is sitting in the chair, and she is reading from these case files. But you feel like when you look at Billy, you see somebody else. But the more you look to try and figure that out, the more you feel as if you're on a stage. You feel the lights come up, and you feel thousands of eyes on you as you walk out, and you're expected to give a show. They're asking you to do something, but you don't know what. You have to perform. They're all watching you. They're watching. And now they're starting to get angry. There's jeering from the crowd. They're throwing things, bottles. And what looks to be just garbage. And then the light flickers out, but you can still hear them in your ears. What kind of show is this? Who'd come to see this? Who are they supposed to be? Who do they think they are? Who does she think she is? And then it just starts running together. Voices and voices and voices. And as that's happening to you, we go to Alice. Alice, what you see is that very first impression of Billy. But you're not only seeing Billy. You see someone who looks like Billy almost. But she looks younger. And also, there's a brief moment when she turns to you, and you see that half of her face has been burned. Her eyes lock with yours. One is milky, the other is piercing. You feel as if she's looking into your soul, but you know it's not Billy looking at you. You can still see Billy behind whoever this is. Billy's still reading. And as that set of eyes looks at you, you hear a voice in your head. Oh, I wasn't expecting you to see me.
Alice is just gonna give a little curtsy. You see a little spider skitter into her hair.
Just out of her mouth.
It's a little cute white and gold one, though. She has a theme like gold and pink, you know.
The face that's kind of split in half, you know. One half perfectly made up, like a starlet, the other half burned. She smiles. Her one side of her lips red with lipstick, the other the red of burned, kind of peeling skin. And she curtsies back.
Yeah, mentally, can she respond like through her mind, or will she need to talk out loud?
You don't know.
She's gonna think, do I have the pleasure of speaking with Astrid right now?
Her eyes, which had been so bright a moment ago, get kind of shaded a little darker, as if she wasn't expecting that. And then she holds out a hand as if to, you know, allow you to shake it. Read a song.
Well, the name I'm currently using is Alice. Karma, what's our last name? Something Polish. What are we?
It is. Hold, please.
We're some famous family. We should let her know.
You.
What are
I was. It's Domininsky, but I was taking notes.
I'm sorry.
I was taking notes.
I'm sorry. You just hear frantically through the spider web. Just what's our last name that we're using right now?
Oh, you're not alone. Well, I'm not ready to speak to everybody yet. And then, with a bow and the sound of thunderous applause,
Yay! I put on a good show.
he is gone. And Billy, what you were experiencing while all this was happening, you see that every single one of these files has not the name Astrid in it, but the name Rita. The name Rita Song. It's strange because most of these case files don't seem to have much, if anything, to do with the supernatural, except for what happens to those who get in Rita's way.
Man, I'm glad I fucking curtsied. Jesus Christ.
Let me guess, it's fire.
It is. There's cases of fires.
You unmuted Val, and I hear Sunny just.
Hi, Sunny.
Oh, precious baby boy.
He needs to know what's going on.
Baby.
Oh.
My tiny guy.
All right, buddy. All right.
He thinks he's a
But I
lapdog,
love you.
even though he's like 70 pounds.
But I want to be in your face and cuddle.
He
That's
loves
my
Pixie.
sunny voice.
He didn't do it while he was on camera, but he was like doing his.
Oh, I love when they do that.
The goober.
Can you mute? I just hear his wet mouth noises.
Adds to the ambiance.
Frankie, no.
Frankie, yes.
Oh.
One thing that you notice, though, in these case files as well, Billy, is that Rita is described as being incredibly beautiful. And she has, seemingly as you track like the lineage of these cases, like the timeline, she starts as, you know, being just another singer or another dancer in a club, and slowly becomes more and more important in each club she goes to, in each show, in each event. And then in the very first case file, you do see that the name Astrid is used once, right at the beginning, to denote that Astrid had taken the stage name Rita Song. And now we will return to those who were stuck in the on the stage, we'll say. Val and Nicola, after the stage grew dark and if you heard the cheering in your ears, and the jeering in your ears, we should say, it became deafening, absolutely thunderous. And then suddenly there is applause, but you don't feel like they're for you. You feel like they are very distinctly not for you. And you snap back. You're standing in the lobby. And you touch your ears, your eyes, and your nose. And they're all just a little bit damp. You're bleeding.
The fuck?
Is Alice still curtsying in front of Billy?
Yes.
What? Why are you? What just happened?
Oh,
Bill-
oh, hi, Billy.
Hi. Billy's just gonna close up all of them and put them back on the desk and wait as far away from, like, as close to the elevator as she can, just waiting for them because she's fucking over the supernatural instances of the day. I believe this is number 3. She's done.
Yeah.
Things have gotten weird.
Uh, Alice is gonna look back at both Mel and Nicola. Oh goodness. Let me get you a handkerchief. Oh, ew. Oh God, here. She hands them little handkerchiefs.
And while that's happening to you, we go back to Garrett. Garrett, you chose to wait at the desk for Ethel.
Yes.
So Ethel comes back and she looks a little bit more tired than she did when she left. And she kind of does one of these. Oh, gotta stay awake. I am sorry. I took a look and, even looked under the desk and Dick wasn't there. He must have headed out for the night. Even the coffee pot was turned off. So I don't think he's here. I know I was hoping for the coffee too. But you know what I can do? One of two things. So either we can file this away, as it were, and you can come back and talk to Dick about it tomorrow. Or if you like, I can leave this on his desk and have him, get you notes when you come back in.
Would you be leaving a? You know what? No. Let's file it away. Probably file it and then just let him know where it is. That works, right? It's probably better than. He might think it's a gift if he just walks in and it's on his desk. That would be...
Oh, he does love his spirits, that's for sure. And this one looks mighty tasty. If I didn't know what I'd sent you all after, I'd be a little bit tempted myself. And she pulls from her desk a cloth that she starts wrapping the bottle in. And then she pulls some string out, she ties it up, kinky, and then she takes the bottle and she opens her drawer, but it keeps opening and keeps opening, and it's almost like there's too much drawer for how much desk there is. And it just keeps going. And then her arm is awkwardly at this weird angle behind her, but it doesn't seem to cause any pain. And she's like, "Oh, here we go." And she's like, "I knew I had an empty space in here somewhere." And she plops the bottle down. She takes the case file, puts it in there, and then she's like, "I'll leave Dick a note and tell him to talk to you when you're next in."
Do I see anything else weird in that drawer?
There might be. You'd have to investigate.
Yeah. Garrett's made a good choice, so it's time to make some bad choices.
All right, this would be, I would say, challenging, just because it's kind of an awkward angle
Yeah.
to see into the drawer versus just that the drawer exists.
That's a 5. That's par for the course for Garrett.
That is a very Garrett roll. No, you're actually really super distracted by the way Ethel's arm is like cranked behind her, that you can't even look in the drawer. You're like trying to figure it out, like how an old lady is doing that.
Is Garrett gonna accidentally poorly roll himself into a new character, being good at noticing occult shit?
Garrett notices occult shit. He just doesn't understand the occult. She's like, that's not. How does she?
That's a lot of arm.
Oh, my arm.
And as she, puts it in there and looks back up at you, she noticed you staring at her arm. Oh yeah, no, an old injury. It kind of pops out of place sometimes. And she knocks it back in.
I was gonna guess Pilates, but you know what? That makes a lot more sense.
Oh, once you knock something out enough times, sometimes it just doesn't want to go back in.
Yeah.
Which is why you have to be careful with the dislocated shoulder. If you pop it in wrong, you could tear the cuff and then you're screwed.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, a guy like you need your shoulders.
I like both of them. They're good shoulders. You don't have like a shoulder plan, do you? Actually?
Would that just be a part of the general bone plan, unless you're looking for musculature?
There's musculature plan?
Oh yeah, you can sign that too if you like. I still have the documents from earlier. If you're interested.
You have a pamphlet?
Oh, I do actually. Yeah. Hold on.
Let me.
She pulls open the little drawer in the very front of the desk and pulls out a pamphlet. It says, "The Magnus Society and you," and then a little really tiny text, "benefits information."
Just kind of take that from her, like.
It does keep going, yeah. It's a really big pamphlet.
Let me spend some time with this, and I'll get back to you on anything else I want to add on. I guess open enrollment just continues until you stop enrolling.
Oh yeah, open enrollment basically only ends
when we end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We just want to make sure that Dick's really involved with making sure that all the contracts are available if you ever want them, and Barbara takes her job very seriously.
Who?
Oh, Barbara. She writes the contracts.
Oh, okay, I met her. She works here?
No. Yeah, she does. Yeah. She's not in right now, but if you did want to see her, she'll probably be in tomorrow when Dick is. They usually have a little coffee time in the morning.
That sounds delightful. I don't know if I'll be able to get through all. Just so Garrett flips it back. 181 page. Anyway, it might take me a while to read through this pamphlet. But I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Yeah. As you Say that. Ethel's like, oh, no problem at all. Ethel, I'm Ethel.
It's
Barbara.
late.
It's late. Barbara. She's usually around most days. Um, she's a sweet girl, really. And she pauses for a moment. Oh, just give me 1 second. And she goes into her little handbag, which of course she has like a big grandma handbag, and she pulls out a little like a little billfold, and she opens it, and then out she pulls a picture. There's Barbara, and there's me, and you see young Ethel and Barbara, but Barbara's a child at the time.
Is Barbara your granddaughter?
Oh, she is! I thought I mentioned that.
No, that's so delightful, though.
Yeah, she, such a smart girl. Knows all about contracts and accounting. Really, she keeps this place afloat. Well, I don't know what we do without her. I wouldn't have a job here. Oh. Anyway, I should let you go. It's late. Are your friends okay? And Ethel's peeking around you, and you turn around and you see blood dripping out of one of their noses onto the floor with a little splash.
Yeah, no, they just do that sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's pretty common about these parts, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll should probably go knock them out of whatever that is. Do you have a rag or something I can hate to leave
Oh
the floor
yeah.
with all
And
the
she goes to another drawer and she sticks her arm in and kind of keeps sticking it even further, like so far that like she's almost like in the drawer like vertically, and then she comes out with a bunch of little like handkerchiefs and like in a little package. Here you go.
Thank you. Garrett will take like one look at it, look back at them, take a second one, be like, I'll get the floor as clean as I can, and then also them a little bit. Try not to leave a trail on the way out.
Oh, we appreciate that. You know, we can try and keep the place clean, but sometimes you just can't help the blood.
Isn't that the truth?
Um, and then as you do, like, turn to start to walk away, Ethel's closing up drawers, kind of tidying her desk, putting her picture of Barbara back in her purse, and then she snaps the purse closed, takes the purse, and old lady walks like to the elevator, and it is immediately there. She doesn't even need to press a button. She goes in, she turns around, gives you a little wave, and then it's gone.
You walk in and see Alice trying to wipe blood off of Mel and Nicola. Just
Actually, can I try to open that drawer real quick? The last one she opened. I just got that morbid Garrett curiosity. Just like, is it locked?
So you open it, and it opens,
Uh-huh.
and it looks like a normal drawer, but you can roll occult to see if you can figure out something else.
Sure, why not?
This would be a 15 without training, a 12 with training.
That's an 18.
Hey! So, as you're staring at this drawer, you kind of feel this pressure in your head that after you close your eyes and focus on it for a second, you open them again, and you see that the drawer is bigger than it seems. It's cavernous. You look down in there, and it seems like there's an entire floor below you, just filled with boxes and crates, and there's bookshelves. It's like there's a trap door through this desk into another room entirely, and you're above it.
Garrett shuts the drawer.
Good then. Good.
gotta get me one of those. Go over and look to where Alice is trying to clean the others up. Just be like, oh yeah, oh you missed it, oh hang. Actually, you know what? Take this one. I'm gonna get the floor.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
God. Uh,
Oh, why is it so sticky? Oh,
I don't know. Oh, it's so much. So while
Do you
is that their blood?
maybe,
do
Hope
you
so.
investigate it?
The
yeah,
blood?
yeah, we can both investigate the blood.
Sure.
This will be a 15 if you aren't trained, and a 12 if you are trained in investigation.
That's a 2.
Can I check if it's my own blood?
Yeah, you're conscious now. You can check.
I don't know shit about blood.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, has you all failed? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Mel, were you checking?
Yes, I'll check. Sorry, dog distracting me.
That's okay. I did see that.
How dare the dog do that?
Oh,
dog
he's
know
got his
that it
toy on your arm.
Aww.
Baby.
Warning: if you get a golden retriever, they will want to play any time of day, any
Oh,
single
it's
time.
not just Goldens.
Oh.
Oh, the baby. Oh, I love him. Oh my god.
His little piggy noises.
So precious.
Just a baby.
Okay, what was the roll? I'm sorry.
So a 15 if you're not trained in investigation, a 12 if you are trained in investigation.
I'm pretty sure I am trained. I can't
I
remember.
believe you are. I will say yes. I believe you are.
Because my documents have gotten destroyed multiple times.
Same.
I know I'm skilled in any non-combat tasks.
I rolled
And we're
an
both
18,
investigators.
so
Alright.
I pass.
So, Garrett, Alice, and Nicola, this to all the world seems like blood to you. You're like, damn, it's blood. And for Nicola, it seems like your blood. For Garrett, it seems like your cousin's blood. It seems like Alice's, or it seems like Mel's blood. It seems like blood, and Alice, you're like, my roommate, in quotations, is bleeding. However, Mel, as you're examining this, you bring it kind of close to your nose, and you smell it. And it came from your nose as well, so you can even kind of smell it in your nostrils a little bit. And you realize this isn't blood. It's lip gloss. You have lip gloss on your fingers, coming out of your nose, coming out of your ears, coming up, running down your face.
Sunny is terrified. He's so scared.
Sonny's like, that doesn't come from there normally, right?
Guys, it's sticky.
It is sticky.
When was lip gloss invented?
Garrett's just over there like, blood usually isn't. It's hard to clean up. Oh, what?
It's just kind of spreading.
Yeah. Oh, she's gonna be so angry when she gets in the morning. I said I would clean this up.
Lip gloss was invented in 1930.
Listen, Garrett mentioned Pilates earlier. We're fine.
Oh, that's so creepy, because she was smiling with that red stained lip, you know.
It was made because
autism
they
has taken
wanted
over.
to make lips shiny and glossy for films.
And she was a starlet.
She was a
Oh,
starlet.
can you mute Val? I hear his nails on the floor. Ugh.
A really odd feeling that Corinne did some research into that before this.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Corinne does that, and it's terrifying.
Corinne's maximum competence.
I hate
So,
it.
what do y'all do now? Actually, quick pause. I'm gonna skip to Billy. Billy, you went to go stand by the elevator. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you're there when Ethel kind of old ladies herself into that elevator, says goodbye, and the door shuts and it's gone. Do you do anything?
I think she's wrapped up in her own shit, to be honest.
That's very fair. Um, as you are kind of standing there thinking about everything, you remember that Astrid had always wanted to be a star.
Most likely that was what our last big fight was she was wanting to leave.
Yep. She wanted to run away from home. Because how was she going to get discovered living on a little farm?
Yeah, Billy's not pleased. Billy is... She understands now why she told her, like, she kind of warned her to back off.
She warned you. You.
She's...
Oh, go ahead.
No, she's just gonna ruminate on it for a while, most likely.
As you're kind of ruminating, let's say, you hear from behind you, "It's so sticky." And do you turn around?
Yeah.
You see your friends trying to clean up red sticky stuff from the floor, from their faces.
Would that be familiar to her specifically from...
No, you don't seem to. You've never seen something quite like this to your knowledge. However, you do know that as you were like reading through those case files, it was noted that as Rita became more and more popular, like as she moved through the different like clubs and the different shows, her makeup did become more elaborate.
Was there any indication of people being marked by makeup or crying makeup or anything like that?
Oh, maybe. There was some weird makeup found on some people who passed away, but you know, I mean, they were all in the theater. They were all, you know, the artsy types, so weird makeup wasn't really necessarily out of the norm for them, but they were noted as having some strange makeup.
All right, well, Alice just saved everyone's lives. That's cool.
Barely. I can't keep doing this. I can't. I can't. Oh. So while, do you walk over to, like, get a closer look, like, at the stickiness?
Yeah, she's probably, like, pulling out her handkerchief, because she's, like, an old-timey guy. Like, she's gonna have that ready to go. Like, oh, you guys are a mess. Come here.
Alice is gonna kind of, like, disengage a little. And, like, not, like, overtly whisper to Billy, but, like, so I think I met her.
You get a look. Like a capital L look. Like a... What do you mean you met her?
Well, when you align yourself with certain things, sometimes you you see things in return, and I walked over to check on you, and I saw her. And then Alice is gonna describe exactly what Astrid looks like, at least like what she saw. Does that sound like your Astrid?
I just want to note it that like Billy is doing her best to keep her temper because like she like so the players will know this. Astrid went by Ellie and was Billy's little sister. And she started seeing this kind of stuff and you know what I mean, like she kind of was involved in this world that Billy wasn't, very much wasn't, and then their farm burned down and their like all their parental figures died. So she's like, what do you mean, you know, like you're meddling in that shit too? And she's not involved enough to understand that there might be different levels or different.
Are you gonna ask? Are you gonna ask Alice? Are you aligned with them or something?
It's gonna be something more like, so what? Did you find a goddamn book too?
No. I'm not. No, we don't like fire. No. Of all of them, no. So, it's. We can talk a bit more about it later, but we're not all the same, and some of us don't seek it. Some of us are more born into it. But no, your Astrid was aligned with something, dare I say, destructive instead of a builder like ours is.
They're all destructive. Don't kid yourself.
I know you feel that way, but it is thanks to what I follow that we are all standing here and not in the dirt, so. Cars are dangerous, yet we drive them, don't we?
Billy is just gonna like kind of stand to her full height, roll her shoulders back, and just kind of like close down. She's just like, I'm going back to my truck.
Oh. Well, okay, I won't ever make you say anything you don't want to, just letting you know. Do you want to know what she said to me?
Kind of give her, like, while she's waiting for Frankie, she kind of gives a side eye, like, might as well.
Well, I will say while she was here, she was watching you quite intently. Didn't seem to wish you any harm, and, well, she even introduced herself and was very polite. But she didn't seem to like her name. She
Never did.
She introduced herself as Rita. I don't think I was supposed to ask if she was Astrid.
She went by Ellie when we were kids. So it makes sense she'd go by something else now.
If I happen to see her again, is there anything you'd wish I'd tell her?
Nothing that'll leave you alive at the end of it.
Oh, who's to say we're alive now?
Wait, what?
The adults are talking.
Oh, okay. Back to scrubbing lip gloss on the floor.
I'd like to.
Apparently, it's no longer sticky, but it is kind of tinged red.
I'd like to think that it's in the grout now, so there's just like spots of it where you've just absolutely rubbed it into the grout where it will never come out again.
I tried. Take the handkerchief and throw it away.
Alice just like looks exasperated over at her cousin, just like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Billy just holds her hand out like, that was mine. What do you mean you threw it away? You're buying me another one. You're stealing me another one.
No, that was from the... you know what? Actually, I know where I can get some. Here, just gonna go back to the drawer.
So, are you gonna try and get more handkerchiefs out of the drawer?
I mean... Yeah, why not? Why? Why not?
All right, you've already passed the drawer check. So
Yeah.
you went, and whenever you open the drawer, it does just show you what you saw. You know, a cavernous room with boxes and crates. You notice that this door, essentially, that opens up from above, you would have to kind of lean down to kind of reach anything in there. Are you gonna lean down and start a digging?
I saw roughly what Ethel did, right? So I just,
Yeah.
like, I kind of try and imitate what, like, I'm like, right around here, and then she just kind of like, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
You feel something lick your fingers.
Oh no!
Not what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit over to the right. Okay.
You feel something very soft.
I'm gonna grab that.
It's a pillow.
I just hand it to Billy.
Billy just takes it like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Upgrades. Close its drawer.
Oh. So, if I see her again, I'll just let you know, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, we're not all out to get you.
Oh, you mean your power is completely benevolent and no one's ever been hurt, or no one's ever been, I don't know, catastrophically murdered by someone they cared about?
Well, guns help us with hunting, don't they? And they also can cause a lot of harm, and fire itself is very destructive, but it also cooks our meals, and everything has two sides of the coin.
I do a lot of fucked up shit, but I'm not hunting people.
No, we all have our boundaries, and some entities respect those boundaries and create tapestries of them. It's all relative.
I don't have to like it, I just have to keep you safe.
Look, you don't have to trust me, but kind of do in some situations. I'm sorry. I know you're my roommate's bodyguard, but let others guard you too sometimes. Is all I'm saying. Garrett, what are you doing with my handkerchief? That was from Mama. I'm sorry. I cannot do this conversation anymore. And she turns around to take her handkerchiefs back from Garrett.
It's completely red.
This has been in our family? Oh!
It'll wash out.
I know it'll wash out, but it'll take time.
Do you want me to go and get you a pillow?
Billy just silently offers the one that he gave her.
I think there's a puppy in there too. You want me to get
We
you a
are
puppy?
leaving
No.
this poor woman's desk alone. We've left the bottle. Let's go get rest and return here later.
I have this weird feeling she's not gonna be upset about the pillow. Oh.
Well, there's the puppy you mentioned.
Val, you're unmuted and we heard Sunny.
I told you. There was a puppy.
Sounds like a big breed. In a
I
desk.
don't know. They licked my hand. Seems friendly.
No.
Are we
Thanks for the
rolling
pillows.
to allow
No.
Garrett to have a desk
No.
puppy?
No.
Billy
Yeah.
starts plotting
No.
to get Garrett a fish.
No. Absolutely not.
If they have it categorized by alphabet, it's probably a poodle because poodle
Absolutely
and
not.
pillow.
We're going. It's late at night.
How are you going to take care of a dog?
Wait, weren't you reaching for handkerchiefs and you went to peas for a handkerchief? And at this point I feel like the door's opening.
Listen. It's my first time using
Frankie!
the drawer, and
Frankie!
it's not even my drawer, really. I mean, the fact that I found
Frankie!
anything is good.
You hear, because it is just the void in there again. The doors are open, but it's empty. And as you're calling for Frankie, you hear your voice echo, Frankie, and just a minute. No echo.
Garrett is deliberately not looking into the darkness of the elevator.
The doors close again. You see the above little numbers kind of flip sporadically, and then it goes to. You realize for the first time that right above it, it says Magnus Society as it reaches the floor, opens, and Frankie is there. She has a glass of whiskey.
Hey, can this elevator go anywhere?
For you? Yeah.
Can you please take me home?
We haven't even been on a date yet.
Nope, to my house, please.
Oh!
Yet?
I'm sorry for my scandalous cousin.
I just want to be dropped off at home.
I'm just saying Frankie exists outside of time and space, so yet?
Yeah.
Do you all get in the elevator?
Yes.
After making sure it's actually there and there's Frankie. Yes.
Y'all do not wood Frankie in the chat. No.
Yes.
No.
Do it.
Would.
Would. And you know what? You're right, and you should say it.
Yeah, no, we love Frankie.
So you all get in the elevator, and as the doors are closing, Frankie's like, would everyone else like to be dropped off at home?
Yes.
I want to go to the lobby, please.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Alice, you need to take your car home.
Oh. Fuck.
all right, so that's 2 for the lobby and
To my car.
3 for the homes. Perfect. She shoots the rest of her whiskey, plops the glass down on a little like tray you haven't noticed that's like sticking out of the side. You don't remember being there before. She sets it down. First, she goes to the lobby, and she's like, it's that intense feeling of movement. And then the doors open, and you're at the lobby.
Billy's out, headed to her truck, driving home the old-fashioned way. She don't trust all this supernatural hoo-ha.
Supernatural hoo-ha. That's my
Supernatural hoo-ha, that's what Frankie has.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it can go left, right, up, and down.
Oh,
Would.
God. No, I'm pretty sure she's metal, but good try.
Does Alice get out as well, or does she want to be dropped off directly at her car?
Directly at her car.
All right.
So
So
bougie.
what happens is the elevator doors close again. All of you feel the elevator like go swiftly to the side. The doors open with a little ding, and you're right next to your car.
You are a gem. And she walks over and then gets in the car.
Do you look and see what the elevator looks like?
Yeah.
It looks like a normal door that is to a building, it seems.
Oh, that is so cool. What color is the door?
The door itself is a brilliant, like red. Not the same as that lip gloss, like it's this very different color, more of like a very bright. And when Frankie smiles, it's the same color on her lips.
Frankie, you are a class act. Come on,
She
Mel.
does a little like fake hat tip, and then Mel, did you want to be dropped off at your house, or are you going with Alice?
Don't make me drive alone.
I'll go with Alice.
Yeah.
All right. As you exit the elevator, Frankie kind of holds out an arm. does a little wave, and then pulls the door closed. As soon as the door closes, it seems like your vision like vibrates for a moment as you stare at the door, and then you know it's just a door. If you were to open it, if it were unlocked, there'd just be a room on the other side, a house, a store, whatever it is actually in that door. For those left in Frankie's elevator, that would just be Garrett and Nicola, correct? And who would like to get dropped off first? Are either of you rushing, or are you both?
He asked first.
All right. So, Nicola, since you did ask first, Frankie's like, "Alrighty, your turn," and she hits a bunch of buttons. As she does, though, do you try to understand the pattern?
Yeah.
All right, roll a general perception or investigation for me. This is going to be a 18 if you're untrained, but you are trained, so it'd be a 15.
Well, I rolled a 13.
So you get the first couple numbers that are pressed, and it is the beginning of your, where do you stay? Is it a house or a...
She has like a small apartment that's above her PI's office.
So what you notice is that the first couple numbers match the number of the PI's office, but you're not able to catch the rest. And then as the door, you kind of like reach your destination, the door opens, and you are inside the PI's office. It actually looks like you are literally like, there's a little closet that is in the back where like old case files are kept. And knowing the layout of this building, you realize that this elevator is currently occupying the closet.
Huh. Interesting. Well, thanks for the ride. And then she steps out.
Anytime, and have a great night.
You as well.
And then she closes the door. You feel that vibration, and you know that if you open that door again, it would just be the closet.
Is since I'm here, what the fuck is it? Is Andrew here? Her PI?
He sure is. But it's like 4 a.m. and Andrew, your PI, a bit of an insomniac, but he does love the bottle, something fierce. And so he's currently at his desk, sleeping, with like a hand on his cheek and his hand around like a bottle of scotch. And there's like a case file in front of him, but his eyes are closed. And as that vibration occurs, his eyes kind of snap open. And he looks at you. And he looks at his, like, a clock that's on the desk. He's like, "What? You're here early."
More late, honestly.
You're here late.
You been here all night?
What? I just had a thought about, you know the Smith case, the break-in?
Yeah.
I was trying to sleep. I just, you know how I get, and I thought I had it. I thought I had it.
Why don't we get you over to the couch?
Yeah, I should probably get a little bit of shut-eye.
Yeah. Be better on your back than at the desk.
Yeah, he gets up and stretches, and like his sleeves are all rumpled. He kind of stumbles his way over to the couch, the sleep of someone who's been sitting in a chair for probably way too long, and kind of plops down and slowly starts tipping. Slowly tipping. Slowly tipping. Slowly tipping.
She's gonna help him. You're like, okay, all right.
And then do you do like the lift the legs onto the couch thing?
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, thank you, best co-investigator." good employee. And then he's immediately snoring.
She's gonna tap the scotch that he had open and put it back where he puts the rest of his liquor that he hides. Like, you do not need the constable coming in here tomorrow and that just being out. All right.
He has a little it's like a fake, like it's a statue of a detective, like old-timey detective statue, and when you lift it up there's a place for the bottle inside the statue, and then you put it back down.
What a goober. Mr. Andrew Clemens.
All right, then do you head up to your place?
Yes.
All right, you are able to get a good night's sleep if you so dare to sleep as much as you can, because it's 4 a.m. Then we go back to Garrett.
We left Garrett alone with Frankie.
Garrett is
Oh no,
with Frankie.
no!
So as that door closed, Frankie's like, now we have to get you home now, don't we? And as she's like punching in the number, she like suddenly has another whiskey, and she's like, did you want some? She
Trying to
glasses with
seduce
you.
you.
Just a nightcap, you know?
Yeah, a little nightcap. And she continues pushing in the numbers. You feel that intense sensation of movement, and then we're at where Garrett lives. Garrett, where do you live?
Oh, Garrett probably lives in a, like, basically, like, an attic loft apartment. Like, that is, it's in the less savory part of town. The rent's cheap. It's a little drafty, but, it works. It works. It's a place. There's a bed. There's a roof over most of it. So yeah,
Do you
it's
have
home.
is it an open floor plan, or are there any like rooms in there?
There's a wardrobe.
So as you reach your destination, elevator kind of jostles a bit, and Frankie's like, oh, tight squeeze, all right. And she takes a sip of her drink, the doors open, and you realize it's your wardrobe that has been flung open. And you can see your bed, you can see your little small table that you have, you can see your little desk. Oh, this place is cute. I like it.
You. If I knocked on this and called out your name, would you come pick me up in the morning? Is that how this works, or?
I sure could, if you're offering.
It's good scotch. Yeah, probably, and unless Alice beats you to it.
Well, sure thing. All you have to do is knock 3 times and say, Frankie, and I'll be here.
I'll remember that. And hand her back the glass.
Oh, thank you. I don't want to split up the set. She stacks them together, puts them on the little shelf that seemingly wasn't there the last time you were in this elevator, and and then she's like, now get home safe. And she reaches out to grab the wardrobe doors, starts closing them, and then she's just about closing. She's like, oh, wait a minute. You.
Me?
You.
Mm-hmm.
You knew I recognized you. Yeah. See you in the morning. Doop. You vibration. And then she's gone.
I open the wardrobe. There's like 12 of the same black shirt in there. I'm just like, briefly consider knocking 3 times. I'm like,
What do you mean she recognized you? What does that mean?
I'm gonna get some sleep.
You're bringing him some blue. She
She
want to smash.
No!
You like stick? I got stick.
I gave you blue. Let me
like-
smash.
You like yeller? I got yeller. Becky.
No!
Frank,
Frankie.
Becky, let me
smash.
smash.
And I believe we may be past time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Gauche, I hope everybody enjoyed tonight.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Well done, everybody.
I missed
love,
this.
I love
Yeah.
door avatar Frankie.
That wants to smash Garrett.
I think she just wants to smash.
I mean, if you were an elevator, wouldn't you want to smash?
It is what elevators do. I did watch the new Final Destination today. Is all I'm saying.
No!
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Is
No!
it good?
Oh no.
It's so much fun.
Oh my god, Frankie is everyone's thruple member.
Hell yeah. Frankie X everyone.
Pixie, end us out. End us out.
Somebody write that fan fiction.
No.
All right, everybody. So, we will, in theory, play again next week. Is that working for everybody? Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no, I think I can't play next week. Wait, let me check.
I
What is
won't.
time?
An illusion.
Yeah.
Also a flat circle.
Yes, so
And
next
also
week
with Blue
I
Lovely.
wouldn't be able to run. I am going to be at an author event where B. Dylan Hollis is going to be. Be jealous.
Can you
Ooh.
stop making outside plans? I miss you.
I'm sorry. He's giving like an author event at my old college, so like I gotta go.
Ask him to write some smut novels so we can cover them. See if he can like write food fan fiction.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that he had. Like, I feel like he has already. Surely, with all the
Yeah.
dirty jokes he makes during
Yeah.
his videos. But yeah, so I will be at an author event for B. Dylan Hollis next week. But in theory, would everyone be good for the 6th of June?
Sounds
be.
good to me.
Yes.
So we will be back June 6th for the continuation of whatever this was. I feel like you learned a lot, but did you have more questions than you did answers? Probably.
I can't keep saving your asses. I can't.
YOLO.
Oh, you know, I think bad things happen to the characters that keep getting in the way of various supernatural forces, Rox.
Ah!
Horses need to watch their, mind their business.
All
I'm
right.
just trying to keep them all safe. Ah!
Well, I have been Pixie, otherwise known as Corinne. You can find me lots of places. One of those places is Wham Bam. Thank you, ma'am. I hope you all enjoyed. And I don't know if we're rating anybody.
No, we're going to bed. I'm too old
go to-
for this.
Go to bed and dream of Frankie, because she's dreaming of you.
Oh, god damn it. Goodbye, everyone.
Haunting. Bye, everybody.